Now we'll begin with the next task, that is task 18E. Okay, so here it says to first open the file which you have completed in task number 18D. If you remember in the previous session where we had completed designing and providing the referential integrity, this is where we had saved the file as task 18D. I'm just moving ahead. Now you have to add data entry forms to collect all the information in the fields. For all the fields in both the tables. We'll be designing a form in Access so that you can add data entries rather in a tabular format. So going back to Access here, so this is where we had saved. Now in the menu bar at the top you have an option called as Create. So you'll click on Create menu, you'll go to the option called as Form Wizard, click on that, the box appears on your screen. Now from this drop down you can see all the tables that is there right now. So I'm just taking up students. Now whichever fields you want to reflect in the form, you can add them. Right now let me choose all of them. So just click on the arrow, the selected fields are available out here. If you have more option, any of the fields which you do not want to take, you can even use this arrow to move it back. You can see just now I have selected this. Again, I'm just selecting all right now for this particular part. Going ahead further, you'll click on Next. Now this is the layout, how you want your form to look like, whether you want it in a form of a column, whether you want it in a form of a tabular way. You can look at the layout, how it is changing in a form of a data sheet or any particular thing that you want. So by default, I'm just using a column 1. Again, clicking on Next. It will ask you to rename the thing, what title you want. Now instead of a table, as it's a form, I'll rewrite it as FRM student. Now it says open the form to view or enter information. So let's use the same and click on finish. So this is how your form could be reflected. Now here if you see below, it is reflecting you, showing you all the records that is there in the database. So I'm just moving on next. You can see the information in this particular fields are changing. The names are changing. I hope you can see that. And there is another thing that got created called as Forms Student. Similar manner, now I'll also import it for the teachers. So just repeating the process again, you'll click on Create, you'll go to Form Wizard, you'll select from the drop down called as Teachers, using all the fields right now. Clicking on Next, using the column manner itself, and I just give the name instead of TBL Teachers as Form Teachers. And I click on open the form to view the current information. So you can see right now I have two. One is a student form, one is a teacher form. So I'm just double clicking it, you'll get this way. If I do right click and I have different options here, layout design, view design. So I'm just going to the design view. This is how it's reflecting. If you want any particular format to be changed in any way, the designing has to be changed. You can even do it from the design view here. This was for the form. Now if I click on table and if I click on this design view, this is a little different. Okay. Now what you need to do is once you have completed taking up the information of students and the teachers, the question is just asking you to save the database. So you'll click on file and you'll click on save as, click on database, and it will first close and then allow you to save. So I'm just saving the file name as task 18E. So task 18E, and I click save. It will take a minute to save and you can see the tables are there and the forms are also there.